Hello and welcome to In the Know. The IPA has founded this new service so that we can provide the industry with key guidance on using the government business support schemes set up in response to the Covid-19 crisis. Our analysis of key new trends, technologies and how to maximise the effectiveness of your operation. So, on to our business support guidance for this week. To begin with, the government has launched its new Coronavirus Business Support Finder tool. You can find the link to its details via your screen now, and it's been designed to help businesses and sole traders to quickly and easily determine what financial support is available and how to apply for it. Just in case you are not aware, the Job Retention Scheme that provides a grant of 80% of wages for directors and employees on PAYE till the end of June is now open for applications. And at the link below you will find a step-by-step guide for employers to assist with accessing it. Please do note though that directors who receive most of their income through PAYE can furlough themselves on this scheme, but must still execute their legal responsibilities to the business. So in very important news for our industry's largest printers, suppliers and technology manufacturers, the Chancellor has also expanded the 80% government-backed loan scheme for £45 million and £250 million plus businesses. Dubbed the Coronavirus Large Business Interruption Loan Scheme, they can now borrow up to £25 million and £50 million respectively. Now on to our interview section of In the Know. I'm joined by Lance Hill, Managing Director of 8 Days a Week Print Solutions. So welcome to In the Know, Lance, and thanks for joining us. So my first question is, what strategies have you had to put in place to deal with this large-scale disruption to our industry, and how are you supporting both your staff and your customers?
In terms of strategy with the COVID-19, one of the things that I did quite early, which I guess would be probably 4 or 5 weeks ago now, we went quite early with things like the hygiene side, the signage. Really the priority for me was all about health and safety of my staff. So we were very fortunate to get on board with that early signage, hygiene, checking that we had the right structure in place in terms of social distancing. I think that was before that word was even talked about. We did that quite early and made sure that the staff were really on board with what we needed to do to make sure we protected ourselves as a business internally. Now is not the right time to be pushing aggressively with new business. So it's more about looking at our existing client base, what their plans are, what their strategy is, how can we support them, how can we work with them to help them, and just really be there for them. Some of those clients have sort of fallen off the cliff, but they've said that they'll absolutely come back. So again, it's about saying, okay, let's sit tight and wait for you to return. Other client sectors of ours are still producing and still need us and still getting work out. So again, it's about being flexible. If things need to go out quickly, we turn it around very quickly for them. And other things like flexible payment plans. Most of our clients, vast majority of our customers are really good payers and pay on time, but we've had a few where I know they've got a few challenges with cash flow. So again, it's about how can we support them, what can we do to help them.
Good that you were so quick to respond. Now, is the support currently on offer from the government effective, do you feel? And what could they provide that would really make a big difference?
I have furloughed just 4 staff across onto that scheme initially, and I don't see that changing. So I think that is quite a key scheme. I guess the big thing for that is getting that money back. We're quite financially strong, but there are other businesses out there who clearly will find the cash flow side difficult. So I think one of the critical things there will be is how quickly those claims can be processed. I think things like VAT and business rates, which have already been talked about, how can there be a bridging scenario where businesses can get some relaxation on payments? And one of the issues, again, is things like landlords. We've had no joy with our landlord, but is there some pressure the government could put onto landlords to payment holidays, that kind of stuff? And again, it's looking at supply chains. Where can government help there? I guess the other thing is with the business interruption loan scheme is I can see there'll be a lot of issues where businesses aren't getting those loans. And again, it's about the banks. I have a strange scenario. My wife actually works for one of the big banks and she's actually working on the business side of it. So I see it from the other side of the fence where the banks have got to take a lot of risk. So the government really needs to back the banks for them to take that risk, because there's no doubt about it. Unfortunately and sadly, in our industry and others, a lot of these businesses won't survive. That is a fact. That's going to happen. and there'll be some high risk strategy in there, and there'll be some loans that get defaulted on. So the government have got to be able to support the banks, because otherwise the banks will say, why should we take the risk?
Now, on a happier note, you recently have made a series of innovations and investments in order for your business to pursue growth. Can you tell me what they are and what drove them?
So, bizarre one for us. We took the decision to invest in a new digital press a few months ago, and the installation of that machine, the Xerox Ball Tour, actually started just before the coronavirus kicked off. So it was a slightly interesting time to do it. But we put that to one side. That decision was based on us looking to move into our next stage of growth. It's inkjet technology, which means we can look at some different volumes, but also there's a portion of work we want to bring back in-house, which we've outsourced for a number of years. So the technology, the innovation that machine brings allows us to do that and takes us on the next phase of our organic growth plan.
Thanks very much for your time, Lance. So on to the last weekly section of In the Know, where we bring you news of key innovations and initiatives from IPA members. David Hyams, Managing Director of Talking Print, appeared in the latest episode of Dragon's Den to make a pitch for print and undergo a grilling from the now infamous panel. Talkies enables consumers and businesses, along with printers, marketing and creative agencies, to create their own personalised audio cards and video books online and on demand. David commented of his experience in the Den. I love print and communication, and it's powered my pitch. And it's important how a physical piece of communication can really connect those that receive it. I also focused on my business commitment to innovation in the print industry over many years. Firstly, linking it to the internet, and now adding audio and video to drive personalisation. Well, very well done, David. Now, the Government Department for Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy has been meeting and consulting with the IPA and our partners, the BAPC, as we have fed them case studies, surveys and information from our sector to assist them with shaping policy. Now, what is clear is they take the interests of our sector very seriously, and recognised in our last meeting that the print industry is a decisive barometer for the economic health of every other sector of our economy, and is intrinsically linked with each of the UK's major industrial bases. Indeed, the department recently requested that we pass the government's thanks to the print industry as part of a recent letter from Secretary of State Alok Sharma MP, a segment of which reads, "At this unprecedented time for the UK, I want to pay tribute to you for the work you are doing to keep the UK economy going." Now, we at the IPA have been approached by many who are looking at sourcing suitable trade suppliers or partners to help them through, and we have been recommending and linking them up with appropriate members. We have now expanded and formalised this activity to promote our partners' sourcing service during this unparalleled business situation by launching the Sourcing Bridge. If you need a trade partner, are interested in creating a business partnership to navigate through this crisis, would like to request support on sourcing specific skills, or you need help from a community support initiative, then please email us on the address below and we will find you assistance through our member hub. Premier Paper has teamed up with Semaphore Display to help say a big thank you or diolch to the NHS with a graphic installation at the Wales Millennium Centre in Cardiff. Premier Paper, which is one of the UK's leading merchants of printable material, supported Semaphore Display by providing stocks of Ryjet 100 in a gloss white finish with a removable adhesive, completely free of charge. Brad West, who is the Display Graphics Business Development Manager at Premier, commented, "These are unprecedented times and our NHS staff are doing an amazing job. We're proud to be able to show our support in any way that we can." Well, thank you very much for watching In the Know. If you have any suggestions of content you would like us to bring in, then please do let us know. We at the IPA and all our members are working together to support our industry. So please do not hesitate to get in touch with us via the details at the end of this bulletin. And otherwise, please do stay safe and well, and we will see you next week.